And speaking, and another thing, because he's made these big adjustments and whatnot, we gotta look. I came across the article, man, and it
Mm,
was talking about the history for UNC coaches in their first year.
mm,
And listen. This is
ugh,
actually this goes back to 1966. This list, right?
ugh. My
Crazy enough,
goodness.
Carolina has only had 8 coaches in college football since 1966. That's wild. That is since my father has been born and I have been born.
Yeah.
They have only had 8, no, counting Bill now, 9 head coaches.
And from the looks of it, conference wise, they haven't done terribly.
Conference.
Could have been
So
better in some places,
yeah.
especially
So
one.
for those of you who were curious, first coach Bill Dooley, coached from 66 to 77. His first season, the man went 2-8, 2-8 overall, 2-5 in the ACC. After him, Dick Crumbs. Yes, I'm giving y'all a history lesson, you young kids. To get your notepads out, get the pen and paper, like get everything. Get the easel if you got to. But yeah, the easel. You know how you know how real it is when when I don't even say whiteboard, I said the easel.
Not the easel.
You got Dick Crumb, who Richard Crumb. I hope his name
Nah,
really wasn't Dick.
his name was probably Dick.
Possibly.
It's just this is
It's just the time.
that era.
1978 to 87. His first season, he went 5-6 overall, 3-3 in the ACC. Mac Brown's first stint. I don't know why it says Bunting twice. That's at the end. That's
It-
Mac Brown's second stint. There we go. That was the second stint. But Mac Brown's first stint, he went 1-10 in his first season and 1-6 in the ACC. Then Carl Torbush, he went from 98 to 2000. Oh, yeah. Matt Brown was 88 to 97. Carl Torbush, 98 to 2000, 7-5 his first season. He's actually the first winning season for a UNC coach to have in their
and
first
five and
year.
three in the ACC.
And 5-3 in the ACC.
So like
Then
he
you
only
got,
lost 4 games. He only lost 2 games
yeah,
outside
outside
of
of
conference play.
conference. John Bunting, after him, came in 2001 to 2006. He went 8-5 in his first season, 5-3 in the ACC. So he too only lost 2 games outside of conference. Butch Davis, after Bunting, he went from 07 to 2010. He went 4-8 in his first year, 3-5 in the ACC. Then you had Larry Fedora from 2012 to 2018. He went 8-4, actually sporting the best overall record because he had one less loss
3 and 1
than.
outside of conference play.
Yep. And lastly, Mac Brown's second stint, he went from 2019 to 2024. He went 7-6 in his first year and was 4-4 in the ACC. And the average record, adding all that up, dividing it up by the people, average record 5-6.
Low 5.
So, so a
Fix the
little
record.
below 500. All
Fix the
right,
record,
Bill.
Bill. Fix
That's
the
it.
record, Bill.
That's your thing. You have to get at least
2 wins over 500.
at minimum. You got to tie the average. Minimum, you got to tie the average.
That's on average, at least.
You got to tie the average, bro. Like, I can't do it. I can't do it. But yeah, what do you think about that history, man? Like, not gonna lie, I was actually really shocked that
I
we
was
only
shocked to have
had.
coaches. Yeah, but how
That's
few
what I'm
coaches.
saying. I definitely was like, oh,
The other
and
thing
I
I was shocked that most of them, up until Torbush, had dang near 10-year careers.
that's what I'm saying.
At least
This,
almost
hey,
9, at least 9 years.
hey, it was a different time. They said, you know what? We'll give you time to develop as a coach. We understand that you ain't gonna be able to turn around. Nowadays, the instant microwave society that we have become,
You got
y'all
3 seasons to get together.
you got 3 seasons at max.
I'm about to say, to be honest, you got a season and a half to get this together.
Like
But
you got
your
you got
contract,
three you got 3 seasons at max to
your
have
con-
us
contract
in a bowl
a year and a half.
to have us in a bowl game. You have 3 seasons to at least win one bowl game. But be above you got to be above 500 and win at least one bowl game.
Or at least to get invited. or
or at
be
least
close
get
to
invited.
getting it.
Because if
I
you
better,
not,
I
you
better
go.
sniff a bowl. I better be able to sniff a bowl game off my.
The Pop-Tart bowl better be right up on my upper lip.
It better be.
Honestly.
I better be smelling wildberry pop.
It's like right on my upper lip. Like it better be there. But overall, I was like, oh, this is kind of crazy, in my personal opinion.
So before we get into the offer sheets this week,
Yeah.
so Bill had an interview this week, basically, just kind of seeing like us getting a June update on the team and
Oh, you
such.
talking about the preseason presser?
The preseason pressure, and
I
at
did.
one point they did ask him about Gio Lopez.
Okay.
And to which he responded with, Gio was really productive at South Alabama. He's a dual threat quarterback. He's had plenty of production yardage in both running game and passing game experience. Tough kid, played well against some good competition teams like LSU. So it looks like he's definitely ready for this level, and we're excited to work with him as we are with everybody. And they go to kind of point out like last season threw for 2,500 yards, a little 18 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Finished the season with 150.8 QB rating and a 66 completion percentage, averaging 8.2 yards per throw on a mid-major squad. He said Lopez will now enter a Power 4 territory and could have the opportunity to be the first starting quarterback under the Bill Belichick era. There is still plenty of practice to go between now and the opening kickoff against TCU. The other thing about that,
If Gio Lopez,
so they did ask about the Gio situation, and when they did ask about it, told him he was good to play at that level. He said we also got some freshmen. We've got Max, who's got some experience, and Gio. We'll see how it plays out. Honestly, none of them, with the exception of Max, for a handful of plays last year, none of them have really taken any snaps here. So it'll be good to see how that all plays out. Because they also asked like where's Max's recovery looking like, and he's saying he's doing good. So we'll see. So we might see him come start a season. We might not. But
if Gio Lopez manages to take the starting spot from Max and Bryce, I would actually be shocked, but I would also applaud it because that just shows his work ethic and how much he's done, especially coming from South Alabama.
If Gio gets it, wonderful. Like good for him. He beat out. And what I would really hope it happens is like he's not getting it based off of Max just being hurt and not being able to play.
Oh yeah, I want Max 100%. Like if Gio wins it, I want Max to win it. If Gio gets that starting job, I want it because he flat out beat Max, not because Max is
let's say
not because Max is injured and Bryce is too young.
Because let's say Max is out week 1, week 2, week 3, but he's good. But he's eligible, good to go week 4, week 5.
If they're 3-0, I'm keeping Gio in.
I'm about to say if they're 3-0, if they have a winning record out of those first 3 games, I want to keep Gio in.
Right.
But if the competition comes down to week 4, week 5, like let's say Gio had a rough game week 4, and Max is looking great come week 5. If the competition that week shows that Max was just outright doing better than him, and Max is the guy to go to, then put Max back in. But you have to have a flat out competition that proves that yes, this is absolutely who won. This is the absolute starter we got to have. Period.
Who's the big dog?
Man.
You're an orb baby.
You're an orb baby.